You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Real things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane. You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous.
All right, good day everyone, and welcome back to Mommy Guide Inc. For those who are new and you do not know me yet, I am Mommy Lala, and welcome to a special episode here on Mommy Guide Inc. Because normally I go live on a Wednesday and Saturday nights for my regular crafty show. But today is a special day because this is specifically for Kendra's Card Challenge, right? So if you've never heard of Kendra's Card Challenge, hang on because I will tell you more about it. From first, let's say hi to the people in the chat early on. Lala, yes, thank you so much, dear Stan. This is the real Stanex on YouTube. Okay, he is his show is a random encounters, so he would create, random comic clips. I don't know how you call it, Stan. All right, so based on prompts. So if you are wanting to, just have fun drawing and creating comics and start to draw those kinds of things, not really comics, but caricatures, there you go. So head on to our dear friend Stan. Yes, and of course, hello also to Teresa. Thank you so much for dropping by, my friend. The music is making me so happy. I'm so happy that it does. Oh my goodness. It would be, one of my bucket lists to actually be able to ride that kind of a motorbike. Right? So that is super awesome. All right. So Kendra's Card Challenge, my dear friend, is something that I'm super passionate about. I love it simply because it has transformed my concept of sketches, right? So I started out with, in the crafting world, I started out with crochet, cross stitch, different kinds of crafty adventures earlier on in my life. And then I fell in love with scrapbooking big time. And in scrapbooking, I normally, just let the creativity flow based on either the theme or the photos that I was creating memories of. And so I have somehow imbibed that attitude or towards the way I do cards when I eventually, went into journaling and then card making. Not real, because I thought that if I use sketches, it's gonna put me in a box that my creativity will be curtailed. But I was so wrong. And so when I realized that, these sketches, like the one Kendra does, is actually really something that is essential, especially, I mean, no matter what level or stage of card making you are in or paper crafting you are in, because there are days where we simply don't have like the creative mojo. So what do I do? It's like all the things I do are somehow gravitates toward this kind of style or this kind of thing, right? So having sketches gives you that, jumping off start, okay, for you to be able to just get the creative juices flowing. And at the same time, for those who are really, into into this hobby or passion big time, it's also a great way to think outside of the box. All right, so this looks pretty easy, or this could be, this is how it's presented, but can I make it a different way? Right, so you see now more or less the nice thing about this one. And the great thing about this one is it does not only give you awesome suggestions, inspiration, you can actually also win. That's an added card challenge. And Candace card challenge, actually, you start out with 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper to create 15 awesome cards, and it's quarterly. So now we are on KCC 21, which started January 1st and will end on March 31st. And so that's the end of the month. So you can definitely join and get a chance to win up to $1,000 worth of prizes from the amazing sponsors of this awesome challenge. Hello, hello, somebody's mama, 1976. I think we're almost the same age. I'm a little bit older, right? There you go. Cross stitch and cards here. High five, high 15. Right, there you go. Thank you so much, my dear friends, for being here. Hi, Chrissy. Thank you so much. Oh, I see a lot of new names in the chat. So if this is the first time that you're seeing me live or my content, thank you so much for giving me a chance to show you what I do in my channel. All right, so okay, so what I'm going to be presenting to you, though, right now is not the usual thing that I do. Or if you want to start out with Candace Card Challenge, so normally you do start out with 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper, and all of those actually you can get the prompts and how to do it, the sketches. It's absolutely free for you to join. I've put in the description of this video the link. All right, so you just need to download that PDF. You can print it if you want. You can just put it in your phone or your gadget if you want, whatever feels more comfortable to you, and that will guide you on how to cut, those 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper and turn them into 15 amazing cards. But for today, this is another thing that Kendra gives out for those who are part of her paid Patreon. Speaking of which, let me just guide you towards that one. All right, so this is the Cards by Kendra, okay, Patreon page. Again, to join the challenge, the quarterly challenge, all right, which you can join every month, once every month. So you get 3 chances to actually join and win. Okay, so it's absolutely free. But if you do want to get more, yes, Kendra can give you more. All right, so you can upgrade your membership, right? So there's a membership tab on the top. Okay, so there are different tiers. You have the VIP. That's Kendra, by the way. Okay, and then yes, now you can actually give this as gift the membership. Okay, so if you have a crafty friend, okay, and you don't know what to give, this is a great gift for you to give, no matter where they are in the world. All right, so the what do you call the lowest in the tier? Okay, is KCC supporter. It's just for $2 a month, and you get all of this. You get printer-friendly version of the PDF, okay, a Patreon-only updates, and general support. All right, on the $5 Patreon, you will get all of those things Plus, okay, you can get, of course, patron shout out, okay, bonus printables, which is one of my really favorites, and access to archive challenges. So I would say you enjoyed KCC 21. Yes, this is the 21st quarter, 21st quarter, right? So me probably I want to see what was the 20th. What was, what was the first one, right? So, but this one, I don't think you can, I'm not sure up to what level of or archived challenges you can go to, but definitely check it out in the Patreon. All right. And then you have the all access Patreon. In the all access, this is where you can get the one that I'm going to be making today. So on top of the bonus, printables, that is super awesome. If you are starting, you don't have papers yet, you don't have anything, right? This is a great way for you to start, and it will definitely coordinate, and you'll be able to finish all 15 cards and more just using the bonus printables. But the next one, mystery card making kit samplers. Yes, so if you're so busy, right? So you just really don't have the time to choose stuff or print anything. So these sampler kits are super awesome, and that's what I'm gonna be sharing with you today. And of course, in the VIP, you don't just get the kit samplers, but you can get the full kit where you can create 15 amazing cards and use that as well for your creating your Kendra's Card Challenge for that month or quarter. So for this one, how many cards? Remember, yes, the question for me today in my thumbnail, how many cards do you think I can make with this mystery kit samplers, right? So let me just go back to the chat and say, oh, you watched me with Caroline. Oh, yes, Chrissy. Now I remember. Thank you so much, Chrissy. And yes, I remember Cheryl as well from Caroline's this morning. Yes. So when we say Caroline, my friends, that's my dear friend Caroline of My Crafty Adventures. And yes, I was in her awesome channel with her amazing community. Thank you so much, friends. And I hope that you like what we're going to be doing today. All right. So the mystery sampler kits, they look something like this. Okay. So first, okay. So I will be working with 2 kits today. So when you do get the sampler kits, okay, let me just show you first what they look like. So they will come in, bags like this in the mail. Normally you will get 2. Okay. This and this. Okay. Or you can get, I'm not sure if it's 2. I think it was just because of 2 months. Okay. But you will get the sampler kit in a pouch like this. All right. And then, okay, this is what you will see. All right. So for the first one, I'm going to be showing you, that's the mystery card making kit sampler. So if I will just go back to this one. All right, so you see that there's a QR code. So what you do is just, get your phone, okay, scan the QR, and it will open up, okay, to something like this. It will show you what are the contents of that kit. So for the first kit I'm going to be working this is actually a sampler kit from But First Coffee. Okay, yes, featuring the products from our prize sponsor, Not Too Shabby Shop, which I really, really love as well, right? So But First Coffee Card Kit Sampler includes, some samples of the 6x6 paper pad that you can get from there. Okay, some coffee latte art ephemera die-cut pieces, coordinating cardstock, and some faux rhinestones. All right, so again, all of this are if you will click on those when you get the kit, and if you do buy, yes, these are affiliate links, and of course it was going to be a great help for Kendra to help us keep continuing yung giving out Kendra's Card Challenge for free. All right, so if you will see on the screen, those are the pieces that are included in this card making sampler kit. The other sampler kit that I'm going to be working with is the one from our Story Makers kit. It is products from Echo Park Paper. Okay, so the information also is included in that description. So when you scan the QR code, so it includes some solid card stocks, some Our Story Matters collection kit pieces of pattern paper, some Our Story Matters ephemera, Sweet Little Birds ephemera from the Not Too Shabby shop, heart die cuts, various cardstocks, glitter enamel dots, and some elements from various KCC bundle printables. So if you see, when you do get mystery sampler kits, mystery. So you're not assured that this is the same thing that you're gonna get. Even if it could be the same sampler kit, right? It could be that the pieces or the papers from that kit may vary. And that's why it is super nice because, that added mystery thing is awesome. All right. And we have another dear friend of ours in the chat. Hi, Gretchen. Yes. Oh, I love her avatar. It's so happy. And she's wearing yellow, my favorite color. Yes, joining in the Long Branch or from Washington, USA. Thank you so much, Gretchen. I know it's kind of pretty late for you guys. It's 9:16. So thanks for hanging out with me. And of course, this is my dear friend Vicky. She is VJ Design. She also does a lot of card making on her channel, DIY, journaling, junk journaling, right? So amazing content as well. All right. And of course, our dear friend Gretchen is a photographer, and as well as, she reads amazing stories and gives a platform for other artists to showcase their talent as well. All right. And of course, okay, speaking of Kendra's Card Challenge, meet Kendra. Okay, say hi to Kendra, friends. This is Kendra Morgan. She is the creator of Kendra's Card Challenge. So if you do have questions about Kendra's Card Challenge and what we are going to be doing today, perfect, because Kendra is in the chat and she can definitely give you ASAP all the things that you probably would want to ask. Yes. Thank you so much, Christine. Yes, this is Kendra. All right, so let's start. Remember, I already showed you. Okay, so these are the different pieces that came with my sampler kit, which is from the Not Too Shabby shop, but first coffee. All right. So what I did, okay, prior to the show is prep so that I will not take forever to finish a card, right? All right. So for this mystery card making kit, can you guess how many I am going to be able to make? You don't see how tall this is, right? So can anybody, okay, can you put it in the chat? How many do you think I can create with this, my dear friends? Oh, now it's blurry. All right. Okay. Also, I do have a poll in the chat. I'm not sure if it's in the shorts or in my regular horizontal video that I added a poll where, have you done Kendra's Card Challenge before? Right? So if you could also answer that poll, that would be super awesome. So any guesses? All right. So any guesses? Okay, of how many cards do you think I am going to be able to create with this sampler kit? Okay, Christine said 4. Great guess. 14? Christine, no. Remember, this is just a sampler kit, right? So the full kit, okay, the mystery card making kit, okay, is if you are part of the VIP, okay, of Kendra's Cards by Kendra, definitely you can make 15 or more. Okay, but for this one, didn't you do 15 cards in one show in one? Yes, but that was, okay, me doing the full, 15. And I was using whatever, I started with 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper. So I was showing the full, way of doing the free challenge. Okay, but this one, I'm working with the mystery card making kit, which is this one. Okay, come on. Any other 40 cards? Moderator daughter. I would need more mystery cards. 25 cards. Kendra, how can you make 35, 40? All right. Actually, the winner, okay, but it's just bragging rights for now. Okay, is actually Christine. She said 4. All right. So I'm going to show you that normally this mystery card making kit samplers, that's why they're called samplers, could make you between 2 to 4. I even had one where I was able to create 5, right? So but the thing is, did you see my thumbnail? It said 0 waste. Normally, I would have some leftovers from the mystery card making kits, and then I would put them aside and add them to my future projects. But lately, I said, sometimes when you put them aside, out of sight, out of mind, you know what I mean, right? So you who have a lot of scraps out there. So I am trying to be intentional in using up everything. So today, I'll be creating 4 cards. And I will be using the sketches as well from Kendra's Card Challenge 21 in creating these 4 cards. And yes, there is nothing left. Yes, this is 0 waste card making for you, my friends. All right. So these 4 cards, I will be creating 4 sketches. Okay. I will be creating 4 cards based on the 4 sketches. So the first sketch, my dear friend, is from sketch number 1. Okay, so if you are new to Kendra's Card Challenge, so we do have friends in the chat who are new. Again, thank you so much from Caroline's My Crafty Adventure community for being here. And Gretchen, maybe this is the time, my friend, that you could create and start with Kendra's Card Challenge. It doesn't have to be like you do it one time and then finish, right? So you have 3 months to actually finish all 15 cards if you want. All right, so for today, this is, okay, I'm doing the first card based on sketch number 1. The second one based on sketch number 2. So this is what it looks like. The third sketch based on this beautiful sketch. And the fourth sketch based on this one. So if you're going to do the full, Kendra's Card Challenge, okay, that actually the 6 pieces of 6x6 patterned paper, 0 waste as well, right? And then you just add your coordinating pattern papers or solid cardstocks and sentiments and other things, right? But this one, it's the card making kit samplers. All right, so let's start with the first card. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, I already prepared everything just for the interest of time. Okay, so this came from the kit. This came from the kit. This came from the kit. Yes, look at that, right? So if normally you wouldn't use that anymore because it's not a full circle, but just wait. All right. And then, of course, this came from the sampler kit. And this is the one that I added. So the only thing I added, my dear friends, for this card is this card base, which is an A2 size card. That means it, when folded, it's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this mat of, or rather, a paper that I would put or layer onto the mat. And surprise, surprise, ta-da! Right? So those pieces of paper that somehow would have been thrown away, I will be using to decorate the insides of my card. Maybe that's something that you also could do. Instead of throwing them out, think of a way to put them inside or what do you call this? Put them together with your card and put them inside. All right, so let us start. So for the first, oops, what is this? I see some, okay, look at that. I don't know what that was. Probably, what do you call this? A paste that I used last night. Okay, so we will just clean that off so we will not. Okay, I think that came from my what do you call this? My ink blending foam. All right, so there you go. Okay, so again, if you do have questions, just put them in the chat. Oh, there you go. Stan said, okay, I still think you're very creative, so I'll say 5 cards tonight. Thank you, my dear friend Stan. But for tonight, just for Stan. Okay, would you like to join us in the challenge? Would you like to do this live with me? Right? So I would love to, one of my dream is to actually create a card inspired by, Stan's character caricatures. Okay. That would be a dream. Okay. So if you will watch us, or if you will watch or check out some of my videos, okay, past videos, Stan has been here several times as a guest, and you will love him. He is super talented. So there you go. Okay, so that's a 4 by 5 1/4. I layered it on top of a 5.5 by 4 1/4. There you go. So I love putting mats on, my cards. All right. So the next one, okay, if you can see, okay, the card, okay, the sketch has this circular thing in the middle, okay, and then you have a strip there, and then you can have this and the sentiment. Okay, again, all of the sketches, if you are new to sketches, those are suggestions. And if you are new and probably you're not sure of how to, okay, which one goes well with what, right? So having, those sketches is just, a great way for you to start off. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so this one normally, okay, you would think, oh, I don't want to put pattern on pattern, right? But that's a great way to actually use up your paper. Okay, and the thing with these papers is that they are coordinated. So even if they're pattern on pattern, they look nice. And on top of that, another pattern, right? So I am putting, okay, pattern on pattern on pattern. And they do look nice because they are coordinated and they have been curated for us already by Kendra. So if you are a very busy person, but you do still want to start, crafting, then that would be nice. Or, okay, look at this. Okay, you could actually also do it this way because these papers are actually double-sided. So you want to do it this way and can do it that way. So which one do you prefer, my friends? Okay. All right. So let's do, okay, I'll give you options. So do you want this? This is one. Okay. So that's the combination. Or would you want to do this? This is 2. Okay. Again, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. All right. So whatever you guys decide, I will do it. Okay. Thank you, Teresa. Close 40. Hi, Tamara. Yes, Tamara is another crafty friend of ours from the Crafty Ho Ho of Andrea. Another awesome channel that you may want to check out. Okay. Oh, Stan used to make cartoony characters from paper cutout, similar to how you put this. Stan, maybe you could create one for our community. Looks like a bowl of ice cream to me. All right. Okay, Christine like the second one. Okay, 3. Christine like 3 as well. Oh, guys, so you like this one. So the pattern on pattern on pattern. Okay. All right. And we have Alyssa. Alyssa is Beachcomber. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Noni. Hello, my friend. Wow, you guys are night owls today. And if you are still awake till later, much later, okay, so if you could check out my dear friend, Andrea and Ellen, normally they go live almost every day, very, very late, okay, on a Crafty Ho Ho channel. And I know that they're celebrating Women's History this month, I think. So that would be a great, way to check other channels as well and meet new crafty friends. So there you go. That is okay. That is already okay. Look. Ta-da! Okay, so again, that's a suggestion. If you want to make it this way, that way, it's totally up to you. Okay, so in this case, I want to do it this way. All right, so but in the sketches, because I am using somehow directional paper. So you see, you have the coffee cups. So if it's that way, it looks like upside down, right? So let's do it this way. At least it's just diagonal. So you see that paper where, it has that it's not a full circle, I'm still able to use because I simply hid that. All right, so there you go. And then remember, the kit also came with pieces like this. So normally, okay, you can cut these things out. I would fussy cut them and I would layer them. And then that would be now part of my decoration for my card. Again, this have been curated by Kendra. So whatever is included in the kit definitely, okay, will match. Okay. So sometimes it's all from that kit, okay, she was inspired to use. But like in the other kit, she added, some bits and pieces from different things, okay, or places where she had found, she has extra. See, look at that. All right, and then, okay, we will cut this, coffee art, latte art. That is what it's supposed to, look at. So, okay, please don't forget to accomplish the poll, my friends. Okay, because we do want to know, okay, if you have already, tried out this awesome challenge, okay, which is Kendra's Card Challenge. All right. So there you go. Okay, and then we will just add this. Okay, so it's up to you. If you don't want chunky cards, I know, it's kind of expensive to ship chunky cards nowadays, right? So if you just want to, okay, hold on. I think I want a bigger. There you go. Okay. Okay, I hope that you're not hearing that juicer because my nanny is preparing some juice. Okay, probably for the kiddos. All right, so there you go. Okay, so but before we put in the sentiment, okay, so let's see how are we going to be able to use this bits and pieces of normally you would just throw out, their scraps. I'm just gonna throw them out, but definitely you can still use to decorate your card. Okay, so like in this case, okay, I will just use this, okay, to and put them on the corners of the insides of, my card. All right, so there you go. Okie dokie. All right. Okay. So that these are really, really nice paper. So for you to just throw them out, right? It's like, oh, we call it in Filipino, oh, sayang. Okay. So what a waste, right? No, because you can actually make them part of your card still. Put them on the inside. Decorate the inside. Who said you cannot decorate the inside of your card? No such thing. Decorate away, my friends. Right? So there you go. Oh, I like that coffee bean. Look. Okay. So there. Okay. So there you go. Now you have used up all your card pieces, not just to decorate the outside, but also the inside of your card. And you can just put, you know, a sentiment like so, a big congrats. Okay, let me just cut this. Okay, and then I will layer it like so. I hope I don't cut my sentiment. Okay, so your sentiments, like I mentioned last night on Caroline's channel, okay, so you can, you know, have those stamped or as stickers, you know, die cuts, whatever it is that you have. There you go. Ta-da! That's our first card from the But First Coffee Mystery Card Making Kit Sampler. All right. Again, if you have questions, my friends, yes, just put them in the chat. And since Kendra is here, definitely she will be able to answer them faster than I can. All right. So here now is the next card. This is the sketch. So you have 2 half circles. Again, there are measurements that are suggested, but if you want to make them bigger, go ahead. If you want to make them smaller, it's fine as well. And if I change the sizes, Lala, or the measurements, can I still join the raffle, or can I still submit that for the challenge? Absolutely. Right? So those again are just inspiration. Okay, so here you can see that I have placed inside, okay, the stuff that I can use to again decorate the insides of my card. Now, if you have, you know, punchers, okay, shape punchers, okay, you can even, you know, make the sides round or angled. So again, possibilities are endless. So this one is part of the mystery kit. This one is, okay, I added, okay, and it coordinates. It's a lighter brown. Okay. Normally, I just play around with the colors. Say I want to add something to the mystery card making kit. Look at the, okay, for those who are new, okay, or probably have issues with color combination, which I actually also struggle with, right? So I look at the elements that are on the pattern paper or my ephemera, and I will play along with, you know, somehow the color theme. All right, so there you go. So we will be doing that and that and that. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, so the suggestion, okay, from the sketch is that it has to be flushed to the one that is on top of the mat, like so. But if you want to push it towards there, it's okay. There's no one who's going to stop you and say, no, that's wrong. You cannot do that. Yes, you can absolutely do that. Thank you, Kendra. Hi, Barbara. Barbara's joining us from Facebook. So again, thank you, friends. For those who are just coming in right now, we do have a poll, okay, in the comment section or in the chat. If you could answer that, that would be a great way for, you know, Kendra to be able to, okay, see how we could, you know, promote better, okay, this amazing challenge. Because if a lot of you haven't seen this challenge yet, then yes, we would absolutely love to share this challenge with you. Did you see how fast that was? Bang, bang, bang. That was super awesome, right? All right, so the next one now, okay, so if you see, this one came with the mystery kit. Okay, so this is an ephemera pack. If you can see, you have coffee, you have, what do you call this? Oh my gosh, my brain. Croissant. There you go. It's a croissant. There's flour. There's a cup of coffee, maybe latte. And then there's a box with flowers. What's happening to my camera? All right. But anyway, it's okay. So instead of putting it one like that, I want to layer them. So with ephemeras, don't worry, because you can definitely, you know, okay, don't be scared. Okay, separate them, fussy cut them away. Yes, there is no right way, okay, or wrong way when you do your, decorating and creating. Okay, you don't need to use this ephemera pack as is or is, right? Use them the way you want to so that it can coordinate perfectly with the kind of card that you want. See, now you have your coffee with the croissant with the flower, right? And I would want to put it there. And look at that. My coffee is directional, but I placed it there. But it's fine because you can always, if you look at your card like this way, it's the right way. It's just perspective, right? So there you go. And no worries. Okay, because they would definitely in the end coordinate with each other. All right. And so now, okay, so the rest I would cut this out from the rest of, okay, or from that font box. And now you see I could actually layer this. Okay, so I could put that, coffee latte onto glass, paper glass, onto at the back. And then I will just fussy cut this away. So you see, you have, it would seem that, oh, I have a lot of ephemera pieces. No, it came from just one. But, you can just cut them apart. Okay, and then you'll have more ephemera pieces to work with. And if you want, you can even ink those, right? So to create, okay, so there you go. Okay, so that we will be able to hide that thing, we would layer this on top like so, and we would put our coffee like that. Okay, or do you want it over there? Do you want it over here? Where do you want, okay, that we can even have, cupcakes. Okay, cupcake is life. Okay, so just so that it would match with the others, let's remove the white border that came with the cupcake. So what I'm doing right now is cutting or fussy cutting as close to the image as possible. So sometimes I do leave a little bit of a white border. Sometimes it's big. It depends, right? So it depends on the look or, okay, that you want. And normally to give each other, time or time to shine, I would layer this a little bit. Okay, so that you can still see each of the different elements individually and as a group, right? So that's why I love layering, or some people call it, clustering. Okay, so whatever it just is an amazing way to use up, the ephemeras. Or if you have stickers, you can also use this technique with your stickers. Okay, and then there you go. Oh, I forgot. I want to layer some of them. Okay, so normally I would layer the one that is on the top. Okay, so it's like the others are, if it's like a movie or a show, supporting characters, and then the main character gets to have like a, what do you call that? Words are hard today. Okay, hold on. Let us just, okay, there you go. Okay, would you want to have coffee? Okay, I think the coffee cup has to be a little bit, there you go, straight. All right, there you go. That's better, right? Okay, so that's the outer part of our card. Okay, now we move into the inside. Again, these are these pieces that I don't want to throw out, right? So what I do with them, again, one way of using up all the scraps is to layer them like so. Okay. Is there a right way or wrong way to do that, Lala? No. I am just, putting them. Just normally, I would still want for the different pieces to be seen. But it doesn't have to be like all of them has to be seen, right? And since this is going to go into the inside of the card, I don't want it to be thick. So I'm not putting any foam tape onto it, just really sticking it inside like there. All right. And then here you can put your sentiment, right? So there, I mean your journaling or your dedication. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to look for a sentiment that I can use for that. Okay, hold on. Okay, something's okay, a little. Okay, the outer age. So I'm just going through some of my. Okay. Okay, you can even, create your own. If you don't have one that somehow feels right, you just cut a strip of paper, make fishtails on the ends, and then you can just, create your own. Hold on, let me just get a pen. All right, let me see. Okay, here, yellow, dark yellow. Let's go for. Okay, I can't reach. Okay, the pens. Okay. All right. So I think let's go for the yellow. Okay, simply because it coordinates with the color of our card. Okay, and say, okay, let me see. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, so we say, but first. Okay. But first, coffee. Right? There you go. Now you have your own sentiment. But first, coffee. Right? So you can put it over there or any part of your card you want to put it. Okay, so let's keep it flat for now because I can't find my foam tape, but normally I would have wanted this to be okay. Oh, it wasn't dry yet. Okay, but it's okay. Okay, but first, did you see I smeared my journaling, but it's okay. And you can even put blinks later if you want. Okay, but first, coffee. Is it? Okay, it's this way. All right, there you go. So now we have done 2. Okay, 2 cards. All right, where is the third card, Lala? All right, so the third card is going to be inspired by sketch number 3. And this is what it looks like. Okay. Okay, I like my sketches giant because my eyesight. All right, let me see. Hi, Vicky from Barbara and Alyssa. Thank you, Christine. Gosh, you're still here. Thank you so much, Christine. I'm super, super happy to see, new people in the chat. Hopefully, Christine, Cheryl, are you okay? So the people in the chat, most of them, okay, are actually also card makers or into paper crafting. Okay, because I know that you all came from our dear friend Caroline's community. Do you also like card making? Okay, or have you tried card making? I know Caroline also, does a lot of card making. Oh, okay. See, that's what. Normally I would not have, adhered that just yet. Because normally, okay, here it is again. And I know the people in the chat who were with me in Caroline's last night saw me do this again. That's why I have PhD in paper surgery, my friends. Yeah, that's a self-proclaimed PhD. All right, so there you go. Don't worry. It's just paper and we will cover that back up. Okay, the reason is that, see, sometimes when I keep on talking, I forget the things, all the things. So you would want that, okay? So that's the reason that I should not have attached that one first, okay? Because I want to decorate this first so that whatever goes out of, the paper, the frame, I can just easily snip off later. All right, so I will do this and then I will do that. Okay, again, disc pattern papers are all from the mystery kit. Okay, so the only things that I normally add are just, additional solid cardstocks like that. Okay, so this is also nice, but I wanted the one with the flower. I find that it has more color, okay, and right, more interesting patterns. Okay, and then since this is already a very busy pattern, I will just choose the one that looks like a latte art. Okay, to decorate that part, the strips. Okay. So whatever you get from the kit, you can just, simply tweak it, cut it apart again. So remember, this is what this kit looked like, right? So you have some, big pieces of paper that I actually used to die cut the circles or the strips of paper, right? So that is how how you actually use up this mystery card making kit samplers. All right, so there you go. We will now use that again because this is a 0 card making episode. Nothing comes to waste. Nothing goes to waste. Okay, unless it's really, really super tiny, like, where's that one? Okay, find it. Okay, so there you go. So now it looks like that. Okay, and then, all right, so we will now put it back. Okay, and you will not know that I actually created a major boo-boo while doing this. See? A little bit ripped at the back, but no worries because once you have attached this, no one would know except you guys because you saw it live. So don't worry much about making a mistake, right? Mistakes are not things that might happen. It's just a matter of time. It definitely will, and it's gonna happen. But don't panic because it's not the end of the world, especially when it comes to paper. All right. Since this one, the background has white and this one has a white edge, I feel that that is absolutely okay, fine. Okay, so we will just add a little bit of a depth here by adding, a low profile foam tape. Okay. Your foam tapes there in the US and in other parts of the globe are actually or definitely bigger. This is the biggest I can. You guys have like this, like maybe 12, 16 inches, diameter of, what do you call this? Foam tape. That's the only one that we have. All right. So now this one, this small strip of paper. Yes, I believe we can throw away, right? I won't be able to use that because it's super duper small. But these strips, definitely, I can use. And as you can see, I don't really even have a plan on how I'm going to do it. Okay. I just let, the papers somehow speak for themselves and see how I can, put it together to create, okay, an awesome design on the insides of the card. Okay. Okay. How about this one? This one I think we can still use. All right. So I'm not throwing that out. Okay. So no rhyme or reason. Okay. This is not rocket science. No one is grading you nor I. Kendra is there to just, help us out, okay, with questions that you might have with Kendra's card challenge. Okay, but there is this is a, a very, what do you call this? A very safe place to be your crafty self. There is no right or wrong way to do these things. All right, see? Okay, I can use all of these amazing bits and pieces that you probably would have normally thrown out, but these are very nice paper, right? So I don't have the heart to just, simply throw them away. It's like, no, they're super pretty. Right? So we will make it work. There you go. Oh, there you go. How cute is that one? Okay. All right. As I said, I will still use this small part because it today is zero waste crafting. All right. Okay, so there you go. And finally, okay, so this part. Okay, so I will cut this. Okay. Okay, so I think one of our dear friends, T, are not afraid of color. Sometimes it starts out as, a kind of a mess, but, just let the process, flow. There you go. So now you can do like journaling on this part and then that part. So now you have a decoration both on the outside and on the inside of your car. See, it's like a geometric kind of, decor inside. All right. So I like normally doing it this way, like a visual triangle still, right? So there you go. So now we have already done 3 cards. Okay. Oops. Okay, I forgot that this doesn't have what do you call this? A sentiment just yet. Okay. So for the sentiments, so normally I can add the sentiments later on. So because these cards can be very versatile, right? So it can be a thank you card, a birthday card, just a hi hello card, right? So you can always put the what do you call this, the sentiment. Words are hard today, really, I tell you. The sentiment later on, and that is absolutely fine. And I know that there are friends of ours who actually do that, and they don't even put it in a card base just yet. They just decorate it and then they will put that later on. All right, so there you go. And normally, if you can see, when I put like sentiments, I love overlapping it with different elements of the card, not normally on its own. I don't know why. It's just, something I like doing, right? So in this case, this looks nice as well because it's like, if only I have made this a little bit. Okay, it's a little bit wonky. See, just be careful. You probably are, what is she doing? She's stripping it off. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. See, I told you. Because this is even. So it still looks pleasing to the eyes, right? So there you go. So we have now 3 awesome cards. Let me check the chat. And we have Roy. Roy, who actually went live a few minutes ago. Okay, Mr. Tech Troublemaker in the house. So if you have, if you want to check out his channel, he creates amazing, videos and live streams talking about a creator's journey, specifically on YouTube. So if you want to do this, like what I'm doing right now, creating content either live or on videos, if you have questions, okay, head on to Mr. Tech Troublemaker himself. That is our dear friend Roy. Yes. Okay, Cheryl said, love the idea of using scraps to decorate the inside of the card, right? Because they are really nice paper. I don't want to throw them away. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Cheryl. All right, so finally, our last card. Again, this came from this. All right, this is the Mystery Card Making Kit Sampler. But First Coffee, yes, But First Coffee is actually a product line of the Not Too Shabby Shop, which is a prize sponsor of Kendra's Card Challenge. Okay. And the last but not the least, okay, is not me. This card. All right, so let us do this. Okay, so for this one, okay, so this is what it looks like, my dear friends. And this is based on sketch number. Hold on. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is 1, 2. Okay, this is sketch number 8. Okay, so you have your base, and then you have that, and then another strip here, and then one that goes horizontal and down in the center. All right, so let us do that again, just like before. So for this one, okay, I kind of wanted to. Oh, do you see this? Do you see this? Okay, right. So you see, if you will look closely, I made a mistake. I made the mistake in cutting, but okay, no worries, because as I mentioned, it's just paper, and I did some paper surgery. I put it back together and then just added a double-sided foam at the back. And I bet you, if I didn't point it out to you, you would have known that this was actually I accidentally cut it. Right? So there you go. So that's why, don't worry. If you do make a mistake, even in cutting, there is always a way, okay, to fix it. Okay, I forgot. I have to put additional adhesive onto that. Okay, that there is always a way to make things right. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of your project. Okay, so continue on. And if you are a beginner, card maker, you don't know like how to start or what to I started out by how it is. Dear friend of ours, Adam Tinkoff, you can check him out. Adam Tinkoff is also on YouTube. He's a great artist. Okay, and he one of his tips for me was, Lala, when I went to art school, one of the things we did was to copy the masters, so to speak. So that's what I did in the beginning, right? Because I didn't really know how to do these things. Is this right? So I didn't have that confidence just yet. When you say, "Oh, you can do whatever you want," in my mind, no, 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 I can't do that. Like when you say, "Do whatever I want," I don't know. What I'm gonna do with this? Do I throw it up in the air and just whatever sticks, right? So I really needed something to tell me, this goes over here, this goes over there. Okay, and after a while I realized that, oh, you know what, I don't want it there, I think I want to put it here, or I think I want to make this round, I want to tweak this way, that way. And then eventually you would realize that you have found your crafty piece, or your card making piece, so to speak, right? But then to get there, some people on the onset, they already know what they like. So some of us are into mixed media, like our dear friend, one of the design team members of Kendra's Card Challenge 21 is Sean Manley Made Minute. So if you think that these sketches cannot go with mixed media and those kinds of things, no, because this can really go with any kind of what do you call this, media or design, where what do you call this, preference that you have. So normally I also would like to, before I attach everything, would check out, would do it this way, so I know that all of the pieces are here. Okay, and this one also came with the sampler kit, and I'm gonna be using this as part of my card. But then this has white, and somehow the white kind of seems a little bit off, so I would still want it there, but I will just lessen, okay, the border of the white so that it's not too starkingly white, so to speak, right? So it still has that white of a border, so it's just kind of a way to make it breathe from the rest of the background, but not too much that it could be like distracting, right? So, and then I will put that, okay, instead of here, I want to put it over there. Okay, so that's basically going to be it. Okay, and hold on. Okay, so sometimes you could do like fishtails many different ways. One is you get the middle of, let's say this is the width of your card. I'm just even eyeballing it. Okay, I would cut a snip onto the middle of that, and then I would go onto both ends, and then draw a diagonal to the end of that cut in the middle. Okay, so that would be one end of my fishtail, and I would go onto the other and then go onto this one. So sometimes this isn't always perfect. Okay, so another way that you could do it is, okay, this one, if we will put fishtails on this one, I normally would get something like this, but I would find that thing, and then whatever this one, the what do you call it, the edge, okay, has to be aligned towards the edge of the left and the right. And when that happens, then I know that I can already cut it, okay, like so, and I would have my fishtail. All right, so there you go. Okay, oops, we will not throw. I said I am not throwing away any element. Okay, unless it's super, super tiny. All right, so we'll put that over there. Okay, and then I will put in my, where is my strip? Where did it go, friends? Did I throw it away? Where did I just made a fishtail out of it, and now I cannot find it. Okay. All right. You got this, Lala. Where did you put it? Where did I put it, friends? Okay, did it fall onto the table? Did it go onto the sketch? Woohoo! Woohoo! It's missing! All right, where is it? Oh my goodness. Maybe it's here. There you go. There you go. So probably you guys saw it. I just did not. Okay. So we will put this. Okay. And attach it towards this one. Okay. And I will show you that this is actually the nice thing about a sketch. Right? So you can even do this while watching TV, or not something that's very important, okay, that you need to focus, okay, but that's why my happy place is really crafting. When the day I've had a bad day, or I have a very trying day, okay, let's not say bad, let's not use negative words, okay, but a very trying day, one thing that really helps me out to recenter, find my focus back again, is paper crafting. And I really love doing handmade cards because it also could benefit others, because when you share it, like especially if the sentiment is nice, right, so it can also bring smile or encouragement to others as well. All right. And then, okay, so we have this, okay, which we can, let me see, actually put over there. Okay, see, I will just add to this awesome sketch because I don't want to throw this away, onto the side like so. Okay, and I will also put it onto this side, other side as well. There you go. Ta-da! Okay, that's the outside. And then the inside. Look at that. I created those circles earlier, half circles. All right, so now I will put this inside my card. All right. Okay, who would have thought, I'm so creative. Okay, that I actually thought of doing it like this, right? So like I'm looking at the top of two coffee cups together, side by side, right? Now I can just, put all my sentiments inside. But actually, that was just, what remains after I fussy cut this, circles that I used earlier on for our other cards. So there you go. Oops, forgot. Okay, that we still have. Okay, this is too small. Okay, we will let go of that one. Okay, we do have this rhinestones, right? So with this, you can put them, okay, you can put them over there, or you can put them over here. Okay. So you have 1. Okay, you have 2. Okay, you have 3. Ta-da! There you go. So 4 cards from our mystery card making kit sampler. Okay, from sketch 1, sketch 2, sketch 3, and then finally, last but not the least, is sketch number 4. All right. So amazing, right? So how fast, okay, and easy it can be. Once you've already decided on what pieces go together, it's just a matter of just putting them and adhering them together. All right. So I see some more new people in the chat. All right. Just paper and glue. Yes, Vicky. Hi, Renee. Yes, Renee is another dear friend of ours. Thank you, Renee. She actually created SVGs for us to use during the Cards for Cubs card making challenge that, a marathon rather, that we did last week, right? So thank you so much, Renee, again for dropping by and, helping us. And this is my crafty BFF. Hi, Crystal. Yes, we missed you too and had to catch your replays. Yes, thank you. Normally, I don't go live this time, okay, but this is a special time that I have for Kendra's Card Challenge. So I will go live. Actually, I go more than once because I really love Kendra's Card Challenges, right? At least once every month. All right. And of course, we have Caroline. Hi, Caroline. Oh, you're still awake? All right, so I hope that you guys are already preparing for bed. And yeah, she does spy with her little eye. My favorite glue, Barely Art glue, of course. Of course, actually, it's not just me. A lot of our friends in the community truly love Barely Art. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was watching replay of you and Lala before this. Oh, thank you, Vicky. Yes, I was live earlier on. So your morning time and my night time before I went to sleep, I was live with Caroline for the first time. That was my first time on Caroline's channel. Although she had been a guest on mine, I think about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, right? So it's always a fun, it's always fun when we get to collaborate with our dear friends. I would love to actually not just see you on the chat, but really have an opportunity that we can all come together face to face and crafting. Yes, so hopefully that happens in the future. And another Filipina crafter in the chat. Yes, thank you so much, Lisa. This is Lisa. And her channel is, or on Instagram, she is a crafty mama. Okay. I think Crafty Mama. Okay, hold on. She will put it in the chat. I think I'm mixing her up with Helen. Crafty Mama Diaries is Helen. And Lisa is something with the crafty and the mama. Okay, I forgot. I'm sorry about that. They're all pretty cards. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Kendra. Yes, thank you. Love the cards. Thank you so much, my friends. Just you guys being here, kind of makes me really want to craft, right? So you are like my chargers, so to speak. All right, so not the last. Yay! Definitely not the last. Hopefully, as what do you call this? Caroline hasn't been doing a lot of this kinds of bringing in guests just yet. So she has just started, and hopefully in the future we can all hop in onto her channel and craft alongside Caroline, right? I will have to catch that. Yes, Crystal. It's on My Crafty Adventures channel. Yes. There you go. Polka. See, I remember that there's a mama. Polka Dot Mama. Yes, please do check her out. Okay, so if you are onto like vintage looks, vintage crafting, journaling, junk journaling. Oh my, Vicky, check out, Lisa. Okay, her Instagram is Polka Dot Mama. There you go. Thank you. Yes, but this is not the last. But I know it's quite late. It's already 10:40 now since you guys moved back. Oh no, moved forward your time again. Now we're just again 12 hours apart if you're the eastern side of the US. So it's 10:14 p.m. for you. It's 10:14 a.m. for me. All right. So we're moving on to the next one. So for this card making kit, we are able to create 4. All right. So now that we're moving on to the next one, which is the Our Story Matters, right? So this is a combination of papers and products from Echo Park, and some are from the KCC bonus printables. Some are, glitter animal dots and other die cut pieces. All right. So with this, okay, the ones you can see on screen right now, how many cards do you think I can make? All right, so let's see. Not 40, guys. not 15. Okay, I think the most that I have been able to do with, if I follow the sketches more or less, would be 4 to 5. But if you actually, the mystery card making kits, you're not really supposed to just use the sketches from Kendra. Okay, so if you want to use this for other things, you want to make tags, you want to make, mini cards, you want to make bookmarks, whatever it is, definitely you can, right? So, but for today, I'm making them into A2 size cards, just like what we did with the first mystery kit. So, how many do you think I'll be able to make? All right, so let's see. Okay, I am lucky. It's only 9:14 for me. Oh, great. But I do know that it's a work week. And normally, you need to be in bed by at least, hopefully, 10 or 11, right? So for you to get a full 8 hours of sleep before you actually wake up and prepare for work. Thank you, Cheryl. All right, so any guesses? Okay, so while we're trying to take a guess, okay, I will put down. Okay, this is it. So how many do you think, okay, I will be able to make today? Again, we're still gonna do the zero waste, okay? Because really, Kendra's inspiration for Kendra's Card Challenge is for us to really, the full challenge anyways, the one that you can join for free. It just starts with 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper. And if you follow, okay, the instructions on how to cut those 6 pieces, you'll absolutely be able to use almost, okay, if you do have scraps, they're very, very little. All right, so there you go. Okay, by the way, my friends, okay, I just want to share that if you do join Kendra's Card Challenge, all right, of course, you can get, that file for free, okay, on her Patreon. This is Cards by Kendra's Patreon, right? So you can download Kendra's Card Challenge. You don't need to pay anything. It is absolutely free to join. But more than that, there are so many amazing things that, Kendra offers if you want more. If you're looking for more, all right? So there are bonus printables. You can also have access to past sketch challenges. All of these are on her Patreon. Now, another thing, okay, is that, oops, sorry about that. Ooh. Wait a minute. Let me just put this here. You are seeing, okay, all right. You know how it is with Facebook sometimes, okay, goes into your other pages, okay, when you're not working with it a long time. Okay, so let's go back to that. Okay, so this is Kendra's Card Challenges on Facebook. Yes, there is a Facebook group and you can definitely join. So if you want to say, oh, I don't know, how can I actually do this? I need more inspiration. I want to see more. So just a peek, All right, so this is okay a sample of what you can see, but definitely you can join this. You just have to answer a few, safety questions about how it is when you join a Facebook group, and then you're in. And you can also post your works here, and also share your cards to become now an inspiration for others as well. All right, so let us start. Let me just go back to the chat and check. Okay. Okay, Barbara said, not can fussy cut. I start with a white border and then it looks awful. So I trim some more, and before you know it, the white is all gone. But that is fine, right? Because I like what I did with the first card here, Barbara. See, I fussy cut, okay, up to the edges. No white border onto this one. This was like a full ephemera piece, and I, cut it out to create, layered pieces. All right. So no, what do you call this? No guesses? My brain is not braining today, my friends. Oh, Crystal is retired, so you can stay up all night. All right, that's awesome. Sharon, hi. 8:17 p.m. here. Oh, I hope you've had your dinner. Hi, Sharon. Good evening. All right, Kayla, hello. And she agrees with Barbara and saying hi to Caroline. I'll be able to join the challenge soon. Yay, Renee. Again, Renee, if you have questions, just message yours truly. Or if you do have questions, my friends, join the Facebook group and feel free to ask away. All right. You don't need to, create all the 15 for starters if you're like feeling overwhelmed, right? You can do it one at a time. So the mystery sampler kit is such a great way to start small. All right. So without further ado, drum rolls, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we're creating another 4 cards from this kit. Again, if you're interested, this is the mystery card making kit sampler from featuring products from Echo Park. All right. And other products as well. All right. So this one, my dear friends, I am actually going to be using sketches 5, 13, 14. That's a great scrap buster right there. And 15. All right, so these are the 4 sketches that are going to be the inspiration for the next 4 cards we're creating. Again, you don't need to use the sketches for this mystery card making kit samplers that you will get if you are on the All Access Patreon or the VIP page. Patreon of Cards by Kendra's Patreon paid membership. You can do with it whatever you want. But just today, I just wanted to see how many cards I could create. If I actually created mini cards, I would definitely be able to create more. But for tonight, or for this morning, it's going to be A2 size cards. Okay, so for this one, this is inspired by sketch number 5. All right. So again, a sneak peek of what sketch 5 looks like. Chanan! All right. So it doesn't have to be a flower, friends. Okay. It says any object, right? So when you see elements in the sketch, it's like, ooh, I don't have any flowers. I don't like flowers. It's okay. You can use anything. You can use a square, a circle, make it even a sentiment if you don't want, right? So there you go. So for this one, okay, so the parts here that are parts. So the bases here, the mats are actually, additional solid cardstocks. But all of these are now part of the sampler kit. Okay. So the nice thing about, this sketch, in the sketch, it only has to be this square. But, oh, look at that. It's also pretty, right? But I decided to use this side. Okay, happy memories. Remember, the kit is, the theme is, our story matters. So that's why most of the sentiments, the paper has that feel of, memory keeping. So if you are into, you know, scrapbooking or memory keeping or journaling, this is something that will really, kind of resonate with you. Hold on before I do that. Okay. So I normally would want to, okay. Lala, before you stick anything, double, triple check. Right? So normally this should have been like flushed together like that. That is in the sketch. But I do want to, put a little gap in between. Again, that's a tweak. Okay, I hope that you are seeing that the intent really of this challenge is to really just, give you more chance to for, creativity to flow in, right? So there is no right or wrong way to do this. Okay, and this mystery card making sampler kits again are um, sent to us on a monthly basis. Okay, as long as you are part of the Cards by Kendra paid Patreon on the All Access and VIP. Okay, there are probably changes that are coming up. Okay, so watch out for some announcements. As you know, as the world is changing, but don't worry because most of them, okay, or everything is still going to be very awesome. Oh, and on that note, okay, we want to keep the awesomeness flowing, all right, on Kendra's Card Challenge. And Kendra has announced that it is open, okay? So the Kendra's Card Challenge is now open for new team members for the design team. And if it's calling you somehow, right? So if that's something that you may want to try out, right? So do I need 100,000 followers? Right? So do I need do I have to be a super, super big channel? No, right? Not really. Okay, so if sharing your passion, you love card making, right? And maybe this you've been wanting to be part of a design team in the past, but you've never even tried it just yet. Okay, so maybe this is the perfect opportunity for you, as this was. Okay, for those who don't know, I've been a paper crafter for decades, decades. But I have never, ever joined a design team because I am afraid. I was afraid that I cannot, be able to, as a solo parent, an entrepreneur, a homeschooling mom, and I live across, on the other side of the globe, so to speak. I thought that it's going to be impossible for me to be able to do this. But, when I saw the call for design team, I think that was way back, Kendra's Card Challenge number 12. I don't know what, it was like 10 or 11. I said, you know what? I think the deliverables that Kendra asks is not really, that bad. That's going to be doable for me right now at this point in my life. So I said, I just tried it and the rest is history, right? So maybe this is something that you would like to try out. So just, I hope Kendra is still here. Okay, if not, I will put it in the description later. Links where you can go ahead and try and join. Okay. You will never know until you join. Okay. So again, I'm forever grateful to Kendra for giving me that opportunity and that boost of confidence that I actually really needed. All right, hold on. I just need to take a drink. I think my throat is drying up. All right. Yes, right? Oh, Renee. Okay. Renee, hopefully Kendra is still here and that she will put in, okay, the link. Hold on. I just really need to cough. Hold on, friends. Oh no, there's no mute button. Hold on. Sorry about that, friends. I don't know. Maybe somebody is thinking of me. Joke. That's a Filipino thing, right? They say that if you suddenly have coughing fits, it means that some people are talking about you. I don't know if it's in a good or bad way, but all right. So there you go. Okay, let me see. All right. Okay, now I'm seeing all the. Okay, 5, 4. Hi, Kayla from. Oh, Caroline's still here. What? You did? Oh, in the mail. It's January, so I think it's coming. Hopefully, it will arrive soon. Thank you so much, Crystal. All right. Can we use any paper for this challenge, or is there a specific digital paper we can print from the kit? All right. So if you are interested in the Kendra's Card Challenge 21, which what we are doing right now, you can use any. You can use whatever you want. Lynn, actually, our dear friend Lynn, of course, our team manager and part of the design team. If you missed our live stream last Sunday, last weekend, Lynn used all solid cardstocks, right? So you can do this any which way you want for the main challenge. What we're doing right now, Renee, these are card making kit samplers, all right? So you don't need this to join, okay, to join the main challenge, but this is an extra, an additional perk that you get if you are part of Cards by Kendra's Patreon on the All Access and the VIP. So you get this mystery card making kits in the mail. I'm in the Philippines, right? So it is possible for you. All right. But then again, of course, shipping is quite expensive. So if you are okay outside the US, there's an additional for the shipping. Okay. And I think that's fair, right? But within the US, it's free. But I still wanted to get this, right? So being on the VIP or all access, you can still get this. Of course, there's the bonus printable, which you can easily print on your own wherever you are in the world. Oh, so I hope that answers it, Renee. And if you do have questions still, just message me, my friend. I would love, okay, for you to, try it out and, see what happens. Yeah, so anybody, okay, for everybody in the chat, if you have been thinking about joining, a design team in the past, but you've never had the courage. So now I tell you, the Kendra's Card Challenge design team, of course, headed by our dear creator Kendra, is such an inclusive community. I have always felt welcome from the onset, and that's why I think I have stayed on. I think unless they kick me out of Cards by Kendra. All right. Or sometimes life does happen, right? So there are members of the team just have more on their plate at this point right now. So but then again, so that also gives others opportunity to join, right? So I hope that you would take that challenge, right? Yes, thank you, Barbara. Yes, Barbara said you can use whatever you want. Yes, there you go. I may have told you wrong. The regular challenge, you can use whatever card stock. Yes, thank you, Barbara, for the clarification. Yes, thank you. And there you go. I'd love to be part of the design, but also have so many places, like maybe next time. Yes, just check it out, Renee. Check it out. Yes, if you are a VIP member of the KCC, she sends out the kits to the members. Absolutely. So for the VIP, you don't just get the one I'm getting. This is a kit sampler, because the VIP gets the full kit. card making kit, which can make up to 15. So definitely you can use that for your submission for the challenge for the month. Ah. Oh, thank you, Kendra. To apply, here you go. There is the link. Yes, so we are looking for new design team members. So yes, hop onto that link. Okay, don't be afraid. Don't let fear stop you like it did me for many years, right? So, and I am a living testament of how awesome it is to be part of this amazing team. It's like really having a family, okay? A crafty family, so to speak. I have grown leaps and bounds, in terms of, because I really didn't know how, these kinds of things happen. Don't worry about the tech. These are things I don't even know how to edit my friends. I had to up to now I edit, the editing that I do are very, very basic. And that's fine. See, that is fine because Kendra looks for other things other than, your metrics, your vanity metrics on whatever platform you are on. All right, so there you go. Look at that. Did you see how those scraps of paper became an awesome background to this one that I added in the inside of this card? So if I created 4, you know what? If I would want to create another one to make it 5, but not basing it on the sketch anymore, I could probably have, ended up with 5 because I still have that. That could still be part of another card, right? All right, so that's the first card for this mystery kit inspired by sketch number 5. All right, so our next card is this, okay? And this is inspired by, maybe not this. So we'll do it, by numbers. Okay, so let's do number 13 first. Okay, so number 13, or is it 12? Hold on, it's, I think, 13. All right, 13. All right, so this is sketch number 13. Okay. So another great, stash buster, of a sketch. All right. You see that? Circle, 2 1/4 layer. I'm not following that. I'm not going to be using a circle, right? I will be using something else that came from the mystery kit. Again, that's how you can use this sketches at the same time your kits. All right, so you see those are again parts of the sampler kit that I will be using to decorate the inside. This is part of the sampler kit. Okay, so I'm going to use that as my card base. Did you see how very little of the barely art glue I added onto that? Because really, truth be told, you don't really need a lot. So this one is a side, what do you call this? Hold on. Okay. Vertical, horizontal. No, there's, see the term. My mind is not braining. Portrait, landscape. See, I forgot. Landscape. All right. This is a landscape card, friends. Oh my goodness. Thank you for bearing with me with all my memory issues. I know you understand, right? Somehow it's like, oh yes, I could see you, right? I could like think of you saying portrait, landscape, right? So you guys were like cheering me on at the background, helping me out with my memory like lapses. Portrait, landscape, and somehow that thought reached me and I remembered. All right, so there you go. And this is how this card is gonna look like. All right, isn't that beautiful? Again, this is double-sided paper. So, in the past, I would struggle with that big time because I cannot. It's like, both sides are pretty. I cannot. So in the end, I end up not using anything. But a dear friend of mine, Helen, my crafty Mama Diaries, told me, So, Lala, what will you do with all those papers? The manufacturers keep on creating new paper lines that are pretty. So, I'm reminded of, the Bible, right? So when you hoard stuff, so what happens to those, right? So they'll end up just being eaten by, moth or rotting. So in the end, you know what? Yes, just the reason you bought them, okay, is because you wanted to use them. And so use them, I will. All right. So again, this mystery card making sampler kits. If you are new to card making, or maybe you want to just be surprised, what is in the kit? Right? Sometimes you just want that. Then try and get this. Again, this is a perk. It's a perk that you get if you are part of the Kenja's or Cards by Kenja paid Patreon. Okay. Okay, there you go. So there, you see it's pattern on pattern on pattern with a little bit of break in between for the solids. So this is, okay, instead of a circle and matted circle, this came with a kit. All right, so I will just, lift it a bit. Okay, just a tad. Okay, so that's why the slow profile foam tapes are best. Okay, I know that Barely Art does have something similar, okay, but I just don't have those just yet, but excited, okay, to grab a hold of those soon. So there you go. But that's the outside. Now we head on to the inside. As I told you, there are a lot of, ephemera pieces on this mystery kit. So I decided to, really decorate big time the inside. So this is a portrait card. It would open, a landscape card. It would open up like so. So this says, these days are so very precious to me. All right, so you can even add an additional sentiment in the inside, birthday wishes. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this strips, okay, as backgrounds to this awesome bird that would go on top of it like so. All right, so that way I would be able to use up those scraps of paper that I would normally have already thrown away. Or it could also be like this, okay, maybe onto the sides like so, and then put them like that. I think I like that better. Okay, and then put that awesome greeting of a birthday wishes in the middle. So you still have the top, okay, and the bottom to put in, additional handwritten note, okay, for this card. Okay, so let's put that together. Okay. You see how this is, what do you call this? Turning out to be a great scrap buster as well. Okay, so just put them there. Once you have picked out, sometimes it's just nice to just don't think. Grab something. Okay, and then put it there and see. Is it something that you like? Why not, right? So there you go. Okay. So we don't want the additional bulk in the inside of the card. So we're going to do it like so. All right, and that happy birthday, simply because we don't want, okay, so since it's like that, you can even make it, okay, what do you call this? Yeah, put fishtails. Let's do that. Okay, and then you can even ink the sides. Okay. Okay, oops. It's not absolutely... Okay, okie dokie. There you go. All right, so happy birthday wishes. Okay, there you go. Ta-da! All right, so we're done with 2. Okay, moving on to the next one. So our next card is inspired by sketch number 14. All right, so this one. Okay, and this is that one. Okay. Okay. This papers. This paper came from the kit. Kit. Everything here is the kit. Even this heart one. Everything but the card base. And of course, inside also came from the kit. Everything in this card, I didn't add anything other than the card base. All right, so let us start. Okay, so it did came with one of the solid cards that came with this kit is this solid pink, okay, cardstock that is perfect, okay, for your, to cover your, or to create a card top if you want, okay, or can still cut it apart. Oh, look at that. This or that. Okay, let me see. Now I'm thinking. No. Cannot. I already added the glue. Okay, so there you go. But any which way you want to go eventually with this one, it's still going to be okay because they are absolutely coordinated. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's just try to lay it out first so that it's gonna be, more even. All right. Okay, so in a little bit, I do have a poll in the chat, my friends. I will be checking that out and see, okay, if how many of you have actually tried, the Kendra's Card Challenge. We are on our 21st, not 21st, 21st quarter. All right, again, instead of an oval, okay, it says, or any large shape. All right, so I'm going to be using this one that came from the kit. All right, and this one actually came with this. So if you want, you can even turn it into a shaker if you want. But for today, we're not. But we are going to make it like that and do it like that. A little bit, just a low profile lift so that you can have that awesome look of like a shadow box sentiment over there. And then we will put this strip, okay, and this heart and this other one that says hi, like so. And that's how we're gonna end that one, inspired by, see, this is 2 hearts. Mine is just a heart and that ephemera piece which says hi, and that is absolutely fine. All right, so let us start. Okay, I'm just eyeballing this, right? So no rhyme or, doesn't have to be perfectly aligned. Kendra will not measure that. Oh, this is not, even. This can't be. No. There's no such thing. There is no measurement police. Right? So there you go. In terms of all the pieces, how we can create, zero card making with the sketches. Kendra has done all the math for us. It's just a matter of putting things together for us at this point. Okay, so another thing that Kendra released earlier on or was is the mats and layers guide. Right? So it can be an SVG format or it can be just, the cutting guides. And that is something that is awesome. And, it has really, truly changed the way, how many times you've seen how many times I made a mistake in the measurements and in the cutting, right? So with these cutting guides and SVG files, that is going to be lessened, I say, because I still make a mistake every now and then. But, okay, it's because of, how I laid out the paper when I was putting it together, but not the cutting. The cutting is always now gonna be on point. All right, so that's the thing with this. Okay, I've run out of the strips. Okay, so foam strips are, an actual staple of mine because I do love layering. Okay, stuff. Okay, and this one I have to cut. Okay, and that is fine, but ching. See, no measurements here, just eyeballing things. And that is absolutely fine. Anyway, this is the inside of the card. I mean, not inside, the back of the card. Okay, not the card. What am I saying? The back of this frame. So people will not see. Okay, even if it's wonky out over there, right? So there you go. Having that bit of a depth provided by this low profile foam tapes really has that amazing effect that it looks like a shadow box feel, right? There you go. Okay, I'm just eyeballing this. There you go. Woohoo! Okay, and then the fray came in the strip. Okay, that goes over here. Okay, it's up to you if, you want to make the edges. If you want to make the edges, have a fishtail or not. In my case, I feel that it's okay because there's just too many things going on in terms of, the color and the design. So keeping it simple for this one for me is, I think, best. There you go. So that they can easily still, have be part of this layout, but at the same time not overpowering the other elements. So there you go. And then the insides. All right, so I have these 2 strips of paper that I'm going to be using. Okay, and then making it like a what do you call this, a place for the bird house to have like a platform. So it's not like it's floating, right? So having a platform for it to stand somehow kind of makes better sense, right? Rather than just it be floating somewhere there in the middle. Okay, whoops. All right, we're almost done. Oh my goodness, we are almost done, friends. Okay. Again, since this is the inside of the card, see, these are ephemera pieces that can actually go in front of your card. So I am thinking if I am not working on an A2 card, I could actually probably create 6 cards. Okay, but of different sizes. Because I use that and I use this for the inside of the card. Right? So it's gorgeous both in and out. All right, finally, the last card, is going to be inspired by sketch number 15. Again, it says circle. I'm not using circles and I'm not going to be layering the circle, but I'm going to be using that and those rhinestones. Okay, I think those rhinestones at the edge, there is supposed to be. Okay, there you go. I thought I lost it. Okay, there's going to be that one over there. All right, so let us start. Okay, so this one is part of my stash, the solids. I've run out of that, but all of these, the rest, are still part of the mystery kit. So the only thing you need to add, if ever, again, are the card bases and additional solid, card stocks. Okay. The insides, of course, I put all the things that, with all the extras that I'm putting inside in the insides of these cards, I could probably create 8. Again, truth be told, if only I am not making an A2 size card. Okay, so there you go. Okay, I like the color ones, but then the one with the crosses are also nice. It's just for today. Okay, I just want it to be very colorful. All right, so let me see. From Kayla, thank you so much, Kendra. Barbara said, hi, Joanne from Arizona. Thank you so much. All right, good night, Kendra. Thank you so much. Yes, the sampler kits. Yes, thank you, Kendra. Thank you so much, my friend, for dropping by. It's pretty late for Kendra. All right. Actually, for all of you. Thank you so much, my friends. Maybe I should make this a little bit earlier next time, right? So, okay, we will tweak the schedule as we, move along. Okay, so this one is going to be here. So, there you go. Okay, and that is how fast, okay, this sketch came together. Again, because, of course, I did a bit, not a bit, but I already did prepare for this, right? So in terms of the things that I'm going to be using, so that it will not take, so I don't bore you with all the cutting and all the measuring. But if that is something that you want, okay, I have a ton of videos doing that as well here on my channel. All right, so the insides. All right, so let's go to the insides. Okay, so what is that? Okay, did I use a wrong size card? Why does this kind of look bigger than that? Okay, I have to tweak that later. Okay. Anyways, that's fine. It's okay. All right, and then I'm gonna be using this strips like this. Okay, you know what? I think maybe it's just nice to be like that, and I'll put my heart over there like that. There you go. See, just simple strips like this. Don't throw them out. Okay. You can use it to decorate the insides of your cards. Okay, did you see what I did wrong over there? Okay, but that's fine. Can I still move it? Yes. All right, there you go. I do want to have, like the flow of height from small to high to higher, the highest one. And then I'm going to put my heart sentiment, additional sentiment onto that one. The world needs more of you. How sweet is that, right? So there you go. All right, we are done. All right. First card. Ding. Second card. Ding. Third card. Ding. Fourth card. Ding. See? Complete with sound effects. All right, so these are again from the sampler kit, okay, called, okay, this is Our Story Matters Mystery Card Making Kit Sampler. So if you liked what you see in the sampler kits, because again, these are just sampler kits, right? So you want more, like especially there are papers that you might want to have more. Okay, so Kendra has those, what do you call this? Details if you scan the QR code on the what do you call this, the plastic where it comes from. There's a QR code there, so then you will be able to access what is inside of those mystery card kit samplers. Okay, so this is the first one, and this is just coffee. Okay, I even I did that. Okay, handwrite. I normally don't do any handwritten sentiments because my handwriting is terrible. All right, but I had no option today because I couldn't find the actual sentiment I had for that. Okay, and this is the other two. All right, so these are the 8 cards that we created for today based on 2 sampler kits. All right. So again, okay, if you are new, please don't forget to hit that like button, my dear friends. And of course, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. All right. So let's just go back to the chat a little bit. All right. Yes, go to sleep. And Kendra too. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Cheryl. You guys are super awesome and so blessed. Thank you, Caroline. You guys, the amazing community of Caroline. Thank you for dropping by, and I hope to see you more often here in the channel. Let me just see the answer or the final result of our poll. Okay, let me just get to that. Okay, and I will just, remove the volume. Okay, and end the poll. Okay, where is the poll? Okay, end. Okay, end poll. All right, so in the poll, it says 53%. Okay, I have to write that down so I remember. You know how my memory is. Okay, so 53%, 47%. 53% is no. Yes. All right. So with that, okay, I know that again, a lot of you have not yet joined Kendra's Card Challenge. And I hope that somehow we would see some of your submissions in the coming quarters. You still have 1 month or a few weeks for the first quarter, which is Kendra's Card Challenge 21. Everything that you need, my dear friends, is also in the description of this video, or you can always head on to the Cards by Kendra Patreon page, right? So everything, you can download the Kendra's Card Challenge over here, and it will give you the PDF and the instructions on everything, including how to join and grab a chance to become a winner. All right. So again, thank you. God bless you all, and see you on the next one. Bye. All right. I cannot end. There you go.